Yeah, this is.
Let me react to this video. Can we
ago.
just watch it from the beginning? Yeah, this is after 2015.
This is 6
guy
years ago.
Straight up. This. Like, I want to actually like investigate if he. I'm sure it's possible to prove this.
I'm down to debunk this if you want to debunk this. I can debunk it. And I'm not saying that everything's perfect on this video.
Let's debunk the very beginning, just everything that is factually wrong.
Let's go. From you want to go from University of Chicago?
Let's skip this guy. Skip this guy.
Okay, let's go.
So a lot of leftists are referencing this video exactly, and this video is very, very, very wrong. Like,
but tell me, you are a left. You are a lefty in a lot of ways too, right, Ed?
I am a leftist.
What do you think of Cold War propaganda? Because NATO was always funded using this, like, communism is going to spread. Like, do you think communism was spreading still?
Yeah, I think so. So there is some Americacentrism in this thinking, because in Europe at the time, you need to realize that Warsaw Pact wasn't, like, again, NATO quote unquote expands based on the countries that are willing to participate. But Warsaw Pact, you know the term tanky on the left?
Oh, tell me.
Ever heard of it?
I've heard the term, but I don't know exactly. Tell me.
The term is coming from in the Warsaw Pact, a bunch of countries like Romania, Poland, Hungary, all of these countries, they didn't want to. At some point, they didn't want to participate in the Soviet Union's Warsaw Pact.
Right.
And they wanted to basically they wanted their own, like, independence.
Yeah.
From this socialist quote unquote government.
Yeah.
And guess what? A bunch of tanks rolled out into the capitals of their cities.
Forcing them. This was after World War II, or this was in 91?
This is after. This is during the Cold War. And
during the Cold War, yeah.
Then after all, like on like several other tries, I guess, yeah, basically there was no popular support for any of this crap Soviet Union was doing there. So in a way, they were like occupied. Some might even argue that, like, in a way they are like they were occupied by Soviet Union after the invasion. So they were like liberated from, after World War II.
But this is during Cold War, not after Cold War is done.
Up to.
You
can look up the exact date, but it was after. This is what Warsaw Pact was. They rolled the 100% tanks to that, like, to basically dismantle protests. And this is what tankists are. This is why they are called tank, because they support this sort of authoritarianism when it's basically they simp for 100%, aesthetics of Soviet Union and of communism so hard that they're willing to forgive any authoritarianism they are supposed to oppose, right?
But did that happen after the Cold War ended? Because in 91, when the Cold War ended, I think Warsaw Pact is over.
It was after the. Yes, it was during the Cold War. It was after.
After
the entire NATO was in an opposition, not so much to the communism or whatever. I think Red Scare in America is just a good talking point to convince people to do anything, really. But in Europe, it was seen as up and coming alliance to defend themselves from this threat of, like, they were literally, you're saying someone was at someone's border, they literally divided Berlin into two halves, right? So people on the western side of the Berlin Wall wanted to defend themselves from the huge militaries of Soviet Union, right?
Union,
So it's not weird that NATO is not seen as something weird. It's patriotic almost, like for European countries, for like Germany or sorry, not Finland. Who's out of these? I think Swedes are in NATO. I've seen basically like a comic strip about NATO by from some of their newspapers, how NATO is grown to oppose like Russian soldiers basically. But this video is very bad, and let's just watch. I will take about some. He describes what historically happened in Ukraine, and I just want to tell you what actually happened.
Okay, I have to hit the washroom real quick, but I'm going to start this. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Talk Feel free to talk. I don't know if you can pause it.
Okay.
Feel free to talk.
But
over
I
him.
can't pause. I'm sorry.
I know. It's just you talk
Yeah,
over
speed him
I'll
up
be back.
also. Yeah, speed him. Okay.